The entrance to the house is a poured concrete walkway. It is smooth, durable, and functional. The garden is not separated from the walkway. When separation is put in place, the walkway will appear smaller than it is. Decorating the walkway with bricks makes it attractive, wider, and gives a buffer against unfavorable appearances. Politeness is in order. A journey of home renovation and maintenance. Welcome to Maintaining 18. As preparation takes place, there is more to speak about before getting into the maintenance steps. How many bricks will be needed? A calculation will yield more bricks than needed because of the gaps between each brick is assumed to be even and the dimensions are a range. This problem was resolved by laying out the bricks, taking measurements, and applying this to the extent of the walkway. Of course, the option to return the excess is a convenient inconvenience. Just a side note, each trip to the store allows making purchases instead of investing. 43 bricks covered the 14 feet 2 inches of the straight side of the walkway. 45 bricks and another 3 partial bricks covered the 16 feet curved side of the walkway. 91 bricks. A quick tip, the bricks were also on sale at the beginning of the spring and maybe the fall. If you see the bricks on sale, the recommendation is to pick them up and store them until a couple of days are available for installation. Coming up, how Kofi installed the brick lining the walkway and some challenges that came along. Not many maintenances are easy peasy, and some challenges are often encountered. The first step is to provide a foundation or a stable base. To do this, about 8 inches of soil need to be removed. The project is in the northeast region of the United States. It is subject to thaw-freeze cycles which will cause permanent damage to the walkway, such as sinking via settling. Removing the soil implies a place to put the soil is needed. It is to be noted that the ground will be compact and thus challenging to dig. A pick and a fork broke up the soil, allowing removal with a shovel. Typically, my projects are solo, but I had help from my dad, Tiger, who did most of the digging. His friends call him Tiger. A reference was made to this wheelbarrow. Check out the suggested video at the end of this video. The first challenge encountered was rain. Rain would transform the project into a canal. The shower provided an early opportunity to wash the dirt away from the walkway. Things can get messy if not managed properly. Once the rainfall had ended, the water had to be removed. A pail and a bucket were used. The result was workable, although not fully dry. Roots definitely made the project more challenging. A machete was used to remove the smaller roots, which was hindering shoveling. Larger roots were cut with a root cutter. Keep clear of the machete. Now that excavation is complete and before adding the gravel base, the soil is compacted. The foundation has to be put on undisturbed soil, and the process of shoveling disturbed the soil. Compacting the soil resolves this issue. The gravel base does not compress and allows for water drainage. The gravel is applied in approximately 2-inch layers and then compressed with a hand tamper. It went pretty quickly and at a pace of 3 to 5 tamps per 8 inches. Here is a tip. When the gravel begins to push around instead of compressing, it's done. Being pushed around like a seesaw, the stone simply shifts under the tamper and bulges out beside it. Adding the gravel with a shovel creates side-by-side gravel piles. A prerequisite of tamping is a forgiven layer of gravel. The gravel is made even by using the transfer shovel to flatten the piles. To secure the bricks, cement will be used. Do not use concrete as it contains an aggregate, such as pebbles. There are other ways to ensure the brick stays, such as using paver edging. The bricks are laid in cement, and enough to lay the bricks flushed with the sidewalk. Cement also keeps the bricks butted or in place against the sidewalk. There are some things to note. A mallet is used to place a brick, and excess cement will push between the bricks. When this happens, the brick is removed, some cement is removed, and the brick reinstalled. This may happen on occasion. There was not enough cement under the brick. It went out of alignment with the sidewalk and the installed bricks. When installing a brick, the brick is butted against the previously installed bricks, then placed into the cement. An obstruction may prevent the brick from being flushed with each other. Excess cement squeezing between the bricks is one example. As the bricks are installed along a curve, the gap between the bricks will widen a bit. This is okay. The bricks in this configuration will still look spectacular when the installation is complete. Rectangular bricks need to be installed on a sharp curve and therefore will need to be cut. Cutting is done with a circular saw with a blade for cutting masonry. To the state of California, this exhaust is pure cancer. Well ventilated or not, using a mask hasn't hurt anyone. Getting close to the end. These are the final steps. Paver set is fine sand that flows effortlessly into every gap and hardens when wet. Before applying the paver set, some tiny pieces of gravel have to be removed from between the bricks. The paver set is then brushed in. It's very fine and easy to work with. Paver set is very fine, to the point it escaped its boundaries, and tape had to be used to keep it confined. Critics of the sidewalk should not say it is botched. The word botched should remain the curse of plastic surgeons. This part was not fun and a bit tedious, but necessary. Almost there. A quick cleanup using a leaf blower and a broom. The paver set is then activated using water. Not much water is applied, and just enough to get it wet without draining. With that, an ordinary sidewalk is distinct. This improved sidewalk brings a different vibe when walking towards the house. Kofi likes the calming effect. There are other aspects to the project, and while Kofi finishes the walkway, lend an ear. If your interest is in home improvement and maintenance, please consider a subscription. Be sure to like this video, and YouTube will suggest similar videos for even more tips. At Maintaining 18, problematic portions of the maintenance are highlighted. This maintenance was done over 2 days, and keep in mind the materials were purchased ahead of time. Day 1 saw the completion of the excavation. Day 2 saw the adding of the gravel, cement and bricks. An entire 50-pound bag of cement was used, but there was enough left over to apply to an area of 2 feet by 8 inches by 1 inch deep. Kofi believes 1 yard of pea gravel was used. It was the minimum that could be delivered. Kofi had to use it all, and therefore the base got deeper. Here is a tip. To maintain a clean driveway, cover the driveway with some plastic. Do this with mulch as well. This brings the maintenance to a close. The project is memorable, and the results are enjoyed by everyone who approaches the entrance. When the garden border is installed, the sidewalk will not appear narrow and weird. The completion of any maintenance is a victory. The day is won.